What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Dinari. And before we get started with this another episode of the Youngbouls Podcast, I just want to let y'all know and just let y'all know that y'all should go check out Kiritsu Clothing. Kiritsu Clothing, it's by my boy Zon, man. He's been doing good things and, making clothing, whatever. And he's coming out with some more, apparel coming out soon. But go check out Kiritsu Clothing. They have hoodies. They're about to have some shorts, some other things in stock. But, definitely his stuff is the wave. Go check it out. Go check out the website. Tell him that Dinari sent you. And that's Kiritsu Clothing. Without further ado, let's get started with this episode of the Youngbouls Podcast. Peace. Yo, what's up? I'm Dinari. And if you're here, that means you're tuned into the Youngbouls Podcast. Enjoy the episode.
Yo, this is Zion, and you tuning into the Youngbouls Podcast with my man Dinari.
You heard me. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Youngbouls Podcast. We got a huge episode for you today, man. It's your boy Dinari here. Kwengo, introduce yourself, man. Introduce yourself.
Y'all know who it is, man. I'm a regular at this point. K-Jug, man.
And then we got two guests today, two returning guests to the podcast. So we got Kev in the building. Say what's up, Kev.
Hey, what's up, yeah.
And we got Jalen.
Yo, J-Dog.
Oh my gosh, this episode will be hilarious. But before we get to any, it's been like a good week in sports so far. It's only Tuesday. We saw a sweep happen, and we just saw like the final of the Game 4 of the Heat and the Celtics. So we're going to talk about that for sure. But before we even go any further, let's talk about the weekly rotation. So if y'all don't remember, for the guests, weekly rotation is the 5 songs that you listen to throughout the week, what you've just been listening to, and just talk to us about what you've been listening to over the week. So who wants to go first?
Not me.
All
right, I'll start it off. So for me, my weekly rotation has been the old school Meek Mill. So number 5, I have Elio's Pizza by Meek Mill. The old school. Shout out Kevin, my Philly goat.
Youngboy. It's Kev, yo.
All right, my bad.
Don't say my Philly goat. That sounds a little crazy.
my bad. But number 4,
how you getting checked on your own podcast, bro?
All right, but just let me finish.
Yo, wow.
All right, and then really, in all honesty, after that, from 4 to 1, I've just been listening to Kate Shamine. So, let's talk about it. Number 4 was Freddie Gibbs.
Listen to that, bro. Damn.
I'm going to talk about it, bro. It's a good listen. It's a good listen. So number 4, I got Let's Talk About It. Number 3, I got Sauce It Up by Kate Shamine and Amine. Number 2, I got Rebuke. And then I got Forever from the album too, but that's my weekly rotation.
Okay, that's solid. I go next. I've been bumping that new Junior album. Shit on. That junk crank.
All right.
I just say mine then. So y'all know I like to listen to Youngboy, man. I've been listening a lot to Lost Files, man. That's an underrated tape right there. I've been listening to Nurse, Broken Hearted, and then I've been listening to Lil Kendrick, Silent Hill with Kodak, man. I just been thinking about how every time Kodak starts his verse, bro, like it's just immediate slide, bro. Like he immediately slide. And then I've been listening to Sing About Me, also Kendrick's the banger, man. And then number 1 best song of the week, Amalu actually dropped a masterpiece, bro. Like Call Me Running is a banger, bro. It's a great song, perfect song.
That's good. All right, and last but not least, we got Kev. Kev, what's your weekly rotation for the week?
Keep it a bean. I ain't really been listening to music for real, but like I wasn't listening to music yesterday. I was on some concert. I was listening to some Boogie. Not a regular person, because I'm not a regular person. You mean? PNB Rob, No Time, and some Baby. Other than that, I be chilling. Like I just been working. So y'all seen all these crazy artists. I don't even know who they is. I know Prince though. But
That's
a
what's up.
couple other people I never heard of.
That's what's up. So, that's been our refill.
Hit, bro. You don't know, bro.
You
I
said
know
what?
you hit, you don't know, bro. Amalu, bro. She's actually the best R&B artist out, bro.
They don't know you, bro.
She's over SZA, bro.
She was waving at me at the concert.
She has way more talent than SZA, bro. It's an unpopular opinion because she's not that popular, but she has
SZA is
more talent than SZA, bro. And what's her name?
I-
Summer Walker, bro.
Yeah,
All
on
they
to the
do
next
is keep
subject. We're
songs.
gonna put you on Black Twitter.
Yeah,
On to the
all
next
they do-
subject.
Y'all keep
Yeah.
following them. Y'all keep
No,
following SZA.
I will. Summer Walker she did make a nice album though. That album that she had that came out last Friday, that was a pretty good album. She had that song with J. Cole on there, so shout out to her too. But sorry. So next we're gonna talk about LeBron and the Lakers. The Lakers, they had to get out of there. They got swept yesterday. They lost 113-111 to the Denver Nuggets, who were going to their first NBA Finals. Well, since I'm not a Lakers fan, Jalen's not a Lakers fan, and Kev's not a Lakers fan, we're gonna go to the only Lakers fan here for his first reactions about it, because you're the only one that we got who's a Lakers fan here. If we had Justin on, this would have been like 10 times more funnier.
Once
Bro.
again,
Like,
LeBron enthusiast, Lakers second, LeBron enthusiast first.
my
First
bad,
off, I just
LeBron
wanna say,
enthusiast.
I mean, what can I say, man? The Nuggets, they swept them, bro. Like, when you sweep a team, like, there's not much to be said from there. You swept them, bro. They're the better team. But I will say, it was a very winnable series for the Lakers, even though they were underdogs coming into the series. It was a very winnable series. Like, they definitely, there's no way they should have got swept, realistically. But I mean, it's kind of inevitable if day-to-day Davis, man. It's not even about his injuries, bro. Day-to-day, meaning his performance, bro. Like, actually day-to-day.
Yeah.
It's actually crazy that they wasted a 31-point LeBron
It was 40.
bad performance.
40.
No, but in the
Oh,
first
30 and a half. Yeah.
not just that. Coming into the second half, up 15, 80 turned the ball over like 3 times in a row. And then by like 5 minutes left in the third quarter, it's 77, 79, 76. So the Nuggets are within 3 points. They went on like a 20-something to like 5 run. Like, that's just outrageous. But there's just a lot of things. I mean, honestly, realistically, the Lakers, because of how well they played, it's kind of like what I feel like is going on with the Heat right now. Like, they're making a lot of shots right now, a lot of big shots, especially like to cut runs down and stuff. So they look so much better because they're playing out of their mind. And that's kind of how it was for the first 2 series for the Lakers. Like, it covered up all their blemishes because they're just shooting lights out and just, playing great defense. So it covered up a lot of the issues. They have a coaching issue. They have their coach starts 3 guards and 2 of them can't play defense. They have serious problems that weren't addressed because of how well they happen to play for 2 series. And the Nuggets basically just exposed them, man. So, yeah.
Anybody? Jalen, you want to go? You want to give your insights on the series and LeBron?
Yes, Anthony Davis did not play so well offensively. He could have played a lot better.
Yeah.
Day-to-day Davis, man.
LeBron was shooting, had a higher field goal percentage than during the series, and Anthony Davis takes most of his shots under the rim. So,
yeah.
Kev, you want to say anything about like the series?
I ain't really watched too much of it, but I watched like the last 2 games. I'm just gonna say, like, Bron, he was trying, like, he couldn't do it by himself though. But I think he wasn't even by himself. What's his name? Reeves and
yeah.
actually Murrah, they was balling too. They need to get rid of D'Lo and freaking freaking Schroeder.
It's all good. It's all good.
And get my man's Kyrie on that drum.
Bruh, I actually think Kyrie is like certified to the Lakers this summer. Like,
me and my man was talking about that.
Why is this man in like the front row of like every game?
Yeah.
Why is he sitting on the bench at like every Lakers game this series? Well, both of the Lakers games this series.
He's
so
definitely.
It looks like he wants a job, bro.
With me, man, I feel like the Lakers, obviously, like Kwengo said at the beginning, Lakers definitely had some times in the series where they could have stole a game or won a game. It really comes down to performance. LeBron, he had a good, decent series, but Anthony Davis, man, if you're a second option, you can't be having the series that you had. Like, they're gonna rely on you to score when LeBron can't get going, and the fact that just outside of game 1, he could never get going. Game 1, he had 42 points. Last night, I believe he only had 20. And it just didn't seem like he was just doing enough on the offensive end.
When he scores like that, it's not efficient.
Right. Like, it's like he'll score like he'll score like 10 in one quarter, and then he'll have 2 for the rest of like he'll have 2 in another quarter, and then in garbage time or like when the game's already out of hand, he'll try to score again. So, I definitely feel like
I think the problem is that, like, why is AD trying to play like a second option to 38-year-old LeBron, bro? The whole point of acquiring this man so late in LeBron's career so that he's the number one option. You don't want Bron to burn out early. The way the Lakers are making him play for the last couple of seasons are going to make him burn out and retire early. AD is supposed to be that the guy on their team. Like LeBron, obviously they want to win, so like LeBron still has a lot in the tank, so he's gonna play basketball, but you really want someone that's gonna like that's the point of getting guards like every offseason, picking point guards, like someone to handle the ball. You don't want LeBron to burn out. And honestly, the structure is not working because AD can't perform. And some of the other guards too, like Shooter. Shooter's solid on defense, but he is horrible.
Yeah.
He has a horrible shot selection. Him and Melo, man, it's outrageous, man.
No. Like Shooter, like I saw Shooter make like a couple of threes, and he was doing like his little 3-point celebration. I'm like, I get it. It's a cool celebration. Don't get me wrong. But he does not even like it's more or less like every time that shot goes in, man, like he's praying for that shot to go in so he could do it. Like it's not even like I feel like with Shooter, man, definitely inconsistent. D-Lo, man, I thought he was the answer when they first got him, but no, that series was absolutely horrific. And it's gonna be sad because, in all season they're gonna have to choose 2 players out of 3 to like give extensions to. And he played himself out of one. AD, I don't really know where it goes from here. I don't honestly. I feel like with Anthony Davis, the issue's gonna be like, are you gonna be trusted when LeBron is like he's already at his end, but like, are you gonna be trusted to be able to lead this team back? And from this series, we don't know. People were saying at one point Embiid was like one of the top 5 forwards or centers in the league at one point. And like he had spurts this season when he was at like scoring 50 or 40 points and stuff, but he's just relegated to getting like 20 points in a measly playoff game. Also, too, just because why in the world was Tristan Thompson getting minutes last night? That's my question, man.
Jared Vanderbilt didn't play.
Jared Vanderbilt didn't play, but Tristan Thompson is giving you minutes in a playoff game.
Listen, I saw no problem with that. When Tristan Thompson got on the floor, he played harder than AD.
He makes me sick.
He got on the floor and like he low-key was like playing some solid perimeter defense on Jamal Murray. So like I wasn't complaining. And he got 2 dunks. So he did all right. Like, and honestly, I was surprised at the fact that he had the fitness to even run across the floor after being on ESPN like a month ago. So
no, the thing that was making me cry, bro, is that they had him doing the halftime interview, bro, and I was pointing out to my friend when watching the game, I'm like, bro, he's not even sweating. Like the dude, like literally was not even sweating or anything. Like it didn't show like he was playing. I was like, well, all we know, you didn't watch the game, you saw this. You would thought he sat on like the side of the bench the whole time, but. It's really sad when you got Tristan Thompson in the game and he's showing more heart than one of the best players, on the team in Anthony Davis. So, that's, definitely it's a lot for the Lakers to think about this offseason. And also, too, I wanted to touch on this. Y'all heard LeBron's comments. Y'all think LeBron is going to you think like as far as like
he's not retiring.
LeGoat is trolling, bro. But I do believe that he really is like thinking about it though, because like he definitely is pondering a little bit, like because AD, bro, he's supposed to be his partner in crime, bro. Like he's supposed to be like probably the better one in the duo at this stage in the career, and from the way it looks like he's not better than LeBron from what I've seen. LeBron like has kind of been at like sometimes I won't say disappeared, but he won't like he should have asserted himself like earlier in the series, and like it was like that a little bit with the Warriors too. But like when the time came and like they needed him to play, like LeBron showed up. Like Game 6 of the Warriors series, he had like 39 and 9.
Gosh, you're right.
Really efficient 30, and then like he played pretty good too. So.
Not gonna lie, Kwengo, you just lagged like a bit. Ooh, yeah, you're lagging.
I just lagged. Oh, am I straight now?
Yeah, you're straight now. You're straight now.
Okay.
But yeah. So
rest
then,
in peace to the router.
Yeah. But now we're gonna talk about,
Jalen,
is
stop playing
Jokic.
my water, bro.
Now we're gonna talk about is Jokic the best player in the world after this, after this playoff run?
No.
Yeah, that's
I'm sorry, bro. Actually, if someone else want to say something first, bro.
Nah.
I think Jokic is a really good player. He's not the best player in the world.
Yeah, I don't know. I agree too. I didn't like when that like everyone just started like all of a sudden just joining like a Jokic train like after last series against the Suns. Like that's no, I'm not saying that's like that performance. I won't say is expected, but like it is kind of expected to happen if you're playing against DeAndre Ayton is sorry on defense. I will say though, his first game against AD that was a really good game. And he's played a pretty solid game for most of the series, but like offensively, he was I wouldn't say he was a little nerfed for games 2 and 3 because of Rui Hachimura and the way they were bringing help defense towards him in the paint, just stopping him from getting a shot off. But I wouldn't say he's the best in the world still, but I will say like a lot of people do have to give him props after saying that Embiid deserved the MVP and just like look at the difference between play.
Yeah, I need to include it. The run that Jokic is having this year, it just shows that he was just focused on the bigger goal than 3 straight MVPs. And honestly, you would think after winning 2, like he would like not really have the hunger anymore in the fight, but every year it just continues to just outplay his like how he does like the year before, and it's really impressive just to watch and just to marvel at as a center in the league at his size, his speed. He's not even doing much when he gets the ball. He's just either passing or shooting, and he's still effective on the court. He's getting rebounds. He's helping his team win, and because of that, his team is playing for a championship. Whereas Embiid's team is, and I'm at home right now, so yeah, it's definitely cool to see. Anybody else want to say anything?
Nah, and the low-key, I just wanted to say, man, those circuit shots were slaughtering the Lakers, bro.
I don't know how he made it happen.
Bro, his jump shot is cheating, bro. I thought when I first saw Jason Tatum cooking in the playoffs last year, like I thought like his jump shot was cheating because like he can usually get a shot over anyone, but Jokic actually shoots behind his head, bro. Like it's actually criminal, and he makes it too.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Jalen, you want to say anything, man?
Nah, man. I think everything's been said.
Kev, you want to say anything?
Nah.
All right, cool. All right, so since we just talked about Jokic, the best player in the world, a little bit about the Jokic and Embiid debate. Now we're going to talk about, Carmelo Anthony, Heso Melo himself. He retired. He's gone from the league. Yeah, he's gone, man. So now that means LeBron and CP3 are the last 2 from the 2003 draft class left in the league. So, how do you guys feel about Carmelo Anthony?
CP3 wasn't 03.
I'm not saying it was just.
Oh, you was. Oh, my fault. But how y'all feel about Carmelo Anthony retiring?
I mean, I felt bad he didn't get to win a ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, he also had I think he had later in his career, he had a few more years, maybe a year or 2 on the team in the tank, and he just never got that opportunity.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. His jump shot is like untouchable. Like probably like a top 5 jump shot all time, maybe even slimmer than that. Carmelo, like low-key, like I won't say he got me into hoops, but like I feel like my introduction was like LeBron, Kobe, like that's how those are like the first names I knew. But like the guy that like I watched, bro, like low-key, it was Carmelo. Like Carmelo was the guy that I was watching. I used to watch Carmelo highlights on YouTube, man.
I thought you were saying that's like your play style is Carmelo Anthony. That's why I was looking at you like that for a sec. That's why I was looking at you like that for a sec. But yeah,
I mean, what can I say? I got to in my bag, but I won't say I'm a Melo archetype.
That's not your play style, bro.
What's your play style, bro? You're Melo?
My play style.
You're Melo?
Yes.
Right. You don't have his triple threat. Like
next subject.
You don't got his shot. You don't got nothing. He got
Felton, bro. You have a Raymond Felton bag, bro.
No, bro.
You have a K Felder bag, bro.
Them boys said I got Melo bag.
Yes, you have a Raymond Felton bag. That is your bag.
No, I already said it's either between Buddy Hield, or it's between
Yo, you
Buddy
swear you
Hield.
bored.
Look, Buddy Hield, Carmelo Anthony, or Gilbert Arenas. That's my bag, bro.
Gilbert Arenas,
Yo,
Buddy,
Yes.
Buddy Hield.
He don't even have a bag at
Are you
all.
lost?
I got a bag, bro. You
Like,
haven't.
don't got a bag. Them boys to be on
You got
campus.
a Killian Hayes bag.
No, Killian Hayes is crazy, bro. Killian Hayes is crazy.
Next
You
Jalen,
got a
subject.
Hamidou Diallo bag.
hold on. Jalen, what's your bag, bro? Jalen, what's your bag? Because I'm hearing you laughing, but you're not saying.
Next subject. I just said next subject, man.
He has a David Robinson bag. Jalen has a David Robinson bag.
Yeah.
From the Spurs?
This man plays in a low post shooting middies like Hakeem.
Dude, stay at that corner, bro. You stay at that corner.
Nah, yo, Jalen
I can calmly say I have a Michael Jordan bag. Like I can calmly say I have a Michael
Okay,
Jordan.
next subject.
Nah,
Next
nah,
subject.
nah,
We going off the walls,
nah,
bro. Can we go to the next subject, please?
Quengo,
We going off the walls, bro.
you got an Isaiah Thomas bag, bro. You got an Isaiah Thomas.
I take
bag,
an Isaiah Thomas bag, bro. Like that's not insulting.
So who
That's
back?
not
Who
I
back I got
know.
Denari? Who back I got
Kev?
Denari?
In all honesty,
Curry.
Kev,
Curry.
no.
Dame.
I feel like it's more like a Seth Curry type bag because you can shoot
That-
like Seth.
That's not a
like,
bad.
Nah,
That's
Steph.
not-
If
that's
you
not
meant to
bad,
say
man.
Steph,
That's
it's cool. It's
No, you're not Steph, man.
Sorry, but next subject though.
All right, so since you were just talking about bags, you talk about like just Carmelo. If you can remember, give us your top 5 Carmelo Anthony moments. Or just your memories of Carmelo being in the league. It doesn't even have to be 5. It could literally be like 1 or 2. But it'll be interesting to hear you guys' comments on, just on Carmelo. And everything.
Oh, first.
Honestly, go ahead, kid. My fault. Go ahead, kid.
All right, mine's something quick. It's not even. I was just watching his reels drawn. I really like his jab and his triple threat. Shit. I mean, stuff. I gotta stop. But yeah, he was. I think Giannis was guarding him. Giannis was guarding him this one play. And he take no dribble. He was just like. He really had his opponents like really trying to figure like what he about to do. Whole time he not even taking no dribbles. He'll take one bang already at the basket and then easy lay or whatever. So that's one thing I like about Melo game. And yeah, that's all I had to say real quick. Go ahead, Jalen.
All right, the thing, well, one of my favorite Melo moments is his little welcome to the league to Zion. When Zion was guarding him, and it was nothing but jabs and pump fakes, and Zion was running in circles, bro. It was nothing but, and then after he took the shot and made it, he started talking trash to Zion. I just found that a very funny moment.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Man, I got a lot of Melo moments, man, because I used to watch Melo, bro. I told you I used to watch his highlight. When he was in the McDonald's All-American dunk contest, bro, like he did like that Jordan dunk from the free throw line. That was one of my favorites when I was younger, bro. Because I was just like a Melo fan. Like I was low-key a Bron hater, bro. I low-key was like trying to argue with people like Melo's over Bron. Like, man, there's that when he drops 61. I think that was on the Thunder too.
All right, you're right.
He dropped 61.
I'm hacking his
you know what I'm talking about. Like he would go.
My fault. I'm frying and stuff, bro.
Bro, you know what he was saying, bro.
Well, your router's going crazy right now with Kwengo.
Y'all know what Melo would like say when he used to get the rebound?
One. All right, we're back. I know we're finishing talking about our favorite Melo moments. So, Kwengo, you were saying something before we left?
Yeah, my favorite Melo moment, bro. It's definitely what did I say? Oh yeah, his McDonald's All-American dunk, man. He dunked from the free throw line. Head was nearly at the rim. There was that, and then there was his 60-point game. His freeze that he usually yells when he wants someone to get out of there and start running, so he can get a rebound and throw it. Any of his USA team performances, especially when they want to go. He was honestly one of the top players on that USA team. He's one of the best USA international players. Like I think he might have the points. I think he might have the record for points. But yeah.
My favorite.
I just have a lot of respect for Melo though, man.
Yeah.
I like his shoes. Just a lot of respect for Melo, man.
Oh
You like it?
I forgot.
My favorite Carmelo Anthony moments, man. Carmelo Anthony, he's been an inspiration for me. Inspiration for many across just being fans of basketball. My favorite memories of Carmelo. I remember watching the Knicks Bulls game when he came down the court and he made the game winner from like the left. He was like Melo for three, bang. So that was cool. 60-point game was also cool. I remember watching Melo and Braun battling it out for Rookie of the Year back when I was little. Remember that happened? I think I was like 1 or 2 when that happened. When he first came into the league with Denver.
Oh, so you remember that 1 or 2, bro? My fault, bro. Go ahead. My fault. Go ahead. My fault. Go ahead, bro. My fault.
Come on, bro. Like, what did you gain from doing that, bro? Like, come on.
My fault, but go ahead, bro. My fault,
All
bro.
right.
Continue. My fault, bro.
I remember seeing Melo on the Trailblazers. I remember, just Melo, like he's been a solid player in the league, solid player, and as far as Olympics, his presence definitely gonna be missed in the NBA. It's crazy to think like everybody who we grew up watching is like leaving. Like it's really weird. Like Curry's gonna be gone in a few, KD's gonna be gone in a few. When Braun retires, the league's gonna be sad. So, it's definitely weird to really see like, people that we grew up watching, idolizing as kids, just really retiring and stuff like that and like leaving the league. So, Melo, we salute you. We thank you for what you did for the NBA. Thank you for what you did for the teams that you're on. You contributed a lot, but yes. So moving on. So as obviously the Heat and the Celtics had a playoff game. They had a playoff game yesterday. The Heat could not complete the sweep. They lost to Boston in Miami. Are we worried if you're a Heat? If you're the Miami Heat, this to anybody. If you're the Miami Heat, are you worried about the loss? Are you calm about it? Are you just like we'll just beat them in 5? What do you guys thoughts on the game so far? What do you guys thoughts on the game?
Well, I mean, if I'm the Heat, I really don't care because, like, I mean, well, I'm not gonna say I don't care, but like, if I was a Heat player, like, of course you'd be a little worried. But like me as a fan, I'm definitely worried for the Heat. I'm definitely worried for the Heat, man. The Celtics really don't lose at home, so I think the Celtics will probably end up winning Game 2. And if they happen to lose at home, the Heat happen to lose at home for Game 6, I think the series is over and the Celtics are gonna win 4 straight. So,
Jalen, you got anything you want to say?
I totally disagree with Kwengo. I think the Heat are perfectly fine. Gentlemen sweep on the way. The Celtics were what, the number 2 seed? They were bound to get 1, bro. Like it's nice little gentleman sweep on the way. Nice little gentleman sweep on the way.
okay, but like let's be realistic though. Like after I don't know. I feel like there has to be a Jalen Brown masterclass in one of these games in this series.
Yeah,
like he's been trashed for like almost every game. I thought he was gonna go off this game. He ended with 16 points. Tatum ended with 34. I really can't see how they don't win their next game at home. So that will make the series 3-2. And I mean, they just beat the Heat at home tonight by not a crazy margin, but I think it was like, what was it by like 9 or 10? So like, I don't know. I really can't see them losing the next 2 games, honestly. Especially if they end up winning 2 straight. I don't see how they're not going to win a third. And then like a Game 7 in Boston, like I don't see how the Heat.
See, and that's when you just jump into conclusions. You jump into conclusions. They're not winning 4 straight, man. That is almost impossible.
Would you not say that? Did you think the Heat were going to win 3 straight then? If
I never said that. I knew they was going to win. I knew they was winning Game 3. I knew that for sure.
So basically, what I'm saying is, if everyone thought that the Celtics would not go down 3-0, tell me how y'all think that they can't come back 3 straight. How they can't win 3 straight. And let's be real, if they win 3 straight, you really have faith that the Heat are going to beat them in a Game 7 in Boston after what Tatum just did to those boys last series. And they also have been down 3-2 last series.
Okay, well, Kwengo, for starters, they're not down 3-2, they're down 3-1. I know you're talking about last series. I'm saying they're down 3.
A 3-0 comeback has never happened in NBA history before, bro.
If Braun wasn't able to do it, Tatum and Brown are definitely not doing it. If I'm a Heat fan, if I'm the Miami Heat, I'm definitely not worried. I'm saying we did close out the sweep. We're beating them in 5. Boston has lost twice at home. They've lost 4 times at home in this playoffs
You
alone.
recognize those home games they like shot as bad as as like you can possibly shoot. And now they turned it on. They actually had it on. I would say they turned it on for the last 2 games. But I will say, what was it, game 4? No, game 3. The Heat weren't missing. So like even though like they had a really solid like second half, like in terms of just like field goal percentage, the Heat just were not missing. And also they just like kept double teaming Jimmy, letting him kick, and then like, Jimmy has like the best shooters you can get, probably, honestly. Or maybe they're just
I
really
also
high.
have something to say.
Go ahead, Jim.
I mean, if you look at if you was watching the game, look at the box score, bro. Bam did not show up this game, and it's just apparent Bam is the X factor if the Heat want to win. Every game that the Heat have won, Bam has showed up in a really nice way, whether that's offensively or defensively. He shows up in some way. So if the Heat want to win this game, Bam needs to win it.
Yeah,
Bro,
I
no
agree.
disrespect to Bam. No disrespect to Bam. I will say he has upped his level of play. Like, Heat fans have been complaining about him all season, like not playing well. So like I give him props because like before this game, I think he was averaging like 21-9. So like props to him. But realistically, I don't think Bam is the X factor. I think it's like Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, and Duncan Robinson, and like Caleb Martin.
Yeah, I was like, Duncan Robinson didn't get any run today. Duncan Robinson didn't get any run today.
But
last game he had 22 points.
Yeah.
But
I
so
I think it's the 3-pointers, bro. Like if you look at it, bro, like the playoffs are almost always like a physical game, and like a lot of times they do come down to like who can play better defense or who can score more points in the paint. But like this year, honestly, we see so many teams just shoot lights out from the 3, bro. Like it's insane, bro. Even the Nuggets, like the Lakers have great like interior defense, and Jokic just kicks, and Bruce Brown and Aaron Gordon are hitting 3s. So like, what can you say? Like, there's nothing you can really do against that.
Yeah. So let's go around. Let's just say like, our predictions for the series. So Kev, you go first. You have the Heat closing the series out in 5, 6, or 7, or is Boston miraculously making a comeback and winning the series?
Nah, the Celtics, they done. They shouldn't have won today, but they got their one dub. I don't think they gonna win anymore. Keep it being.
Jalen.
Yeah, I agree with Kev, man. Gentlemen sweep on the way, man.
Yeah.
Gentlemen sweep on the way.
Well, you know where I stand. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Celtics in 7. Honestly, I feel like this Celtics in a.
Yo, Jalen, stop messing with his router, bro.
They both allowed these 2 teams to get out of hand. They both allowed these 2 teams to like get out of hand for like the first 3 games. And the Lakers like thought that like they could randomly just pick it up in game 4, and after being down, like there's no chance really there. But I'll say it's a little different for the Celtics, considering that they are probably the far better team, and they were the far better team like coming into the series. From what I saw, especially considering they went down 3-2 against Philly, and then beat them at home, and then beat them at Boston as well. So, I mean, I really can't see how, if they win this next game, they don't win the series. But
all right, so we got 2 Heat. We got 2 Heat. Heat winning the series, and we got 1 Celtics, and it's me left. I got the Heat winning the series, definitely in 5. I don't think Boston's getting another game. I do not rely on Tatum to get 30 plus next game. I feel like he's going to have under that. Jalen Brown's going to have a stinker as well. I feel like the only person that's going to come to play next game is Malcolm Brogdon. Jimmy Butler's going to go off for 40. That's just my prediction.
40. I think that was a little reach.
No, that's blasphemous. You know it is. You know that
how,
make
a little reach.
How is Jimmy?
You said that 2 NBA players, one would have a stinker, and the other one would not come to play after beating the Miami Heat at home and now having a home game. And then you said Malcolm Brogdon was up to play.
Hey, listen, if they would have beaten Miami game 3, this would have been a whole different thing. But they didn't. So it's 3-1. Jimmy Butler's not letting the series go to 6 or 7. He's definitely closing it out.
Do you think the Heat are going to beat the Celtics every single time they play them at home this series? Because this will be their second home game. I mean, their third home game of the series.
Yes.
Do you think they're going to sweep at home?
They don't need to. They're going to beat them. They're going to beat them next game, and that's going to be it. They're going to the final.
But this recency bias with the Heat is insane. Like,
Jalen, come on, bro. Let him.
Dang.
Gosh, nah, this.
He sound like a robot, yo.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yo, he's still going.
Oh.
He's still going.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, he drawn. Nah.
Yeah. All right. So moving on.
Yeah.
So moving on. Yeah, Kwengo, we're not gonna lie, man. We're moving on. We're moving on. We heard nothing you just said. So for the last thing we're gonna do, I thought we were gonna talk about K Tremine, but I don't really need to. The album speaks for itself. But last thing we're gonna do in this is talk about the top 5
Kwengo,
playoff
you're ending
performers.
us for it.
We talk about what?
We're gonna talk about the top, like your most favorite playoff performances that you've witnessed or seen. So,
Mine is 2016 Game 7. My
of
boy
course, you're gonna say that.
Kyrie and LeBron James.
You said your boy, like you know him.
That is my boy. That's my cousin.
That's your cousin. Hey, call your cousin right
That's
now.
my cousin.
Call your cousin right now.
What you mean? He's sleeping right now. He thinking about. I just was talking to him because he thinking about joining the Lakers. So I'm trying to give him his own space so he could think about that. That's a big move for him. So he told me I can't talk to him right now. And you know how it goes. Well, you don't know how it goes, but like you mean, yeah.
Okay, Jalen, what's your favorite? What's your most memorable playoff performances? If it's
I'm
multiple,
trying to
that's
remember
fine too.
the exact game, but when Dame had like 13 threes and shot super efficiently, I forgot what team it was on. I think it was on the Nuggets. And he forced two overtimes.
And is that the one where
and shot like
Jalen? Is that the game that they lost where Austin Rivers was like after he missed, he prayed? Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Dame shot super efficiently, had like 60-something points off of like 60% shooting, and had 13 threes.
My favorite playoff performance that I've witnessed, performances plural that I've witnessed, I think Devin Booker against the Clippers, game 1 of the Western Finals, back in 2021. He had like 40 that game. That was crazy. LeBron 2018 game 7 against Boston, literally carried that team to the finals. 2016 LeBron game 7, Kyrie game 7, another one. What else? I'm trying to think because there's so many. Damian Lillard, what was that game? Was that game 5 against Oklahoma City where he made the buzzer beat or whatever to send him home? Another
Over Paul
one.
George?
Yeah. What else? I'm trying to think, man. Klay Thompson game 6 in the conference finals against Oklahoma City. It's a lot. It's a lot. There's definitely been some more like memorable performances over the years, but those are my cream of the crops. Kwengo, if your Wi-Fi allows you to, what's your favorite? What's your favorite performance? Are you frozen? Is he frozen right now?
Yeah, he's frozen. Looking like
You're coming back, but what's your favorite playoff performances, real quick?
Game 7, 2018
cut it off.
Conference Final.
What he said?
You said game 7, 2018 conference finals.
Eastern Conference Finals, man. Y'all know what happened. Y'all know what went down, man.
Yes, bro, LeBron. We get it. Is that it? Is that it?
There's that. There's
Speak before I cut it back off, Kwengo.
There's game 6. There's game 6 of 2016. Kyrie, LeBron combined for 82 against the Warriors.
My cousin right there.
Great player, man. We need him.
You're a troll.
Yeah, that's really just he really a goat, dog.
He don't know you. He don't know you, bro.
That's game.
All right, cool. But Kwengo, you want to say anything to the people, man? Another episode. It's pretty much done now, man. You want to say anything, man?
I just want to say, man, Celtics in 7, man.
Whoa.
I'm honestly,
You're
honestly, do
outrageous.
whatever you want to do. Do whatever you want to do, man. Record it, clip, do whatever you want to do, bro. Celtics and 7, man. We can put people on it. Whatever you want to do, baby.
Oh, let's
Y'all
put some bread on it, Kwengo.
Bro, all street, bro. All street, bro. All street.
But again, thank you guys for tuning to Youngbouls Podcast. Always been Dinari, Kwengo, Jalen, Kev. We saying peace out, man. We'll catch y'all next week. Peace.